A local nonprofit organization's mission is to sustain individuals, families, and communities by providing affordable mental health counseling and education. Their story is coming up next on Polk Place. Welcome to Polk Place. I'm your host, Lauren Lingell. Joining me in studio, we have Antoinette Pollard. She's a licensed mental health counselor and the executive director of Pieces to Peace Counseling Charities, and Araceli Gomez, who is a board member of the organization. So again, thank you all for being here. I'm really interested in learning how well, kind of a mouthful, but how Pieces to Peace Counseling Charities came about. What kind of spurred you to establish this organization?
I always knew there was a need in the community, but it wasn't until I had started my private practice and I would see individuals that came in through their EAP, which is an employee assistance program where they have so many free counseling sessions. And after those sessions were complete, they would be unable to continue with their counseling. And so I knew then that there was a need and I needed to do something about it.
And counseling isn't cheap. It's not something, I mean, if you don't have insurance, what is kind of like a middle of the road per hour, per session kind of rate?
Well, if individuals have insurance, they would pay their specialist copay.
Okay.
But then individuals that don't have insurance are left trying to make an appointment with the local community agencies. And sometimes they provide a good service, but they have lengthy wait times before an individual can be seen.
Why don't you tell us a little bit about what the organization does and how it works, how it's funded?
The organization services individuals ages 10 and up.
Okay.
We have plans on bringing in another counselor that kind of specializes in the lower age groups. We are funded through fundraisers, individuals that donate to us privately, and through grants.
And you got currently how many people on staff?
We currently have 3 counselors that come in and provide services for us.
And 2 are licensed?
Yes, 2 are licensed, and we have 1 master's level counselor.
And I feel like that's a really good mix for a small organization. Now,
Absolutely.
You are the board members, so I know that you have responsibilities. What are your roles for the organization?
Primarily to support the mission is to sustain individuals and families, kind of be a support system to the vision, to be able to get these services out, available and readily available. And just attending the meetings that occur, making sure that we're abiding by our bylaws and staying.
So really keeping it a mission-focused organization.
Yes. Thanks.
I know you were just itching to add something.
No, I mean, yeah, that's definitely it. Just making sure that we stay real active in the community. Mrs. A over here does an amazing job in what she does, and I just had to be a part of it. She's been a part of a lot of things in the community, and it's definitely a service that's needed, and we just hope to take it to another level as the years come.
So obviously it's needed in our community, but what made the two of you say, what was the thing that really did it? Said, I want to be a part of this, I want to be a part of shaping this organization?
Personally, for me, it was a personal situation. I have a foundation, and without a hesitation, Antoinette stepped in with her counseling services and offered stuff to our foundation and to people who are a part of it. And it was just something that I knew that we really needed and that certain people couldn't afford things. So once she decided to take it to this level, I knew I had to be a part of it, and she allowed me to, and I'm very blessed.
And that's pretty much kind of how I felt. Whenever she approached me about it, it was an immediate yes. One, having a heart for mental health and supporting this charity or, Pieces to Peace Counseling Charities to provide that service to individuals that can't otherwise get it. It's just, my heart spoke to it, as well.
There really is something to be said for creating organizations like this with the intent of promoting a healthier county, healthier community, because there's so much in Polk that has so much room for improvement in terms of, being healthy and mental health wise and those types of things. So I think that's amazing that you're all a part of that. So now, if you don't mind, tell me a little bit about what types of issues might people reach out to you for counseling?
Individuals reach out for a variety of issues, whether if it's couples issues, anxiety, depression, grief, loss, and PTSD.
Okay. So you're seeing kids 10 and up. Do you see a lot of kids?
It depends. When school started back up, we saw an increase in seeing kids just because a lot of them struggled with anxiety just due to school shootings, just due to bullying, just a variety of things that children experience at that point in their lives as they're getting ready for back to school.
And none of us are really that old, but things are a little bit different now when you're a kid. There's a lot more stresses and a lot more things that are scary. So I noticed your little scarf there. Is that an autism scarf?
No, it's not.
It's not? Oh.
It's just actually
It's just fun.
Yes, it's fun. It's some puzzle pieces and it just kind of goes with our logo.
Oh, awesome. Is there an eligibility criteria for who can utilize your services?
Yes, the eligibility criteria for our organization is for individuals that make under $26,000 a year. So anything below that number, they can utilize our services.
Does that number correlate to the federal poverty level, or is that just a number that you all felt was based on some of your findings?
It was actually a combination of both.
Okay.
So we kind of picked a mid number that was on the federal poverty income guidelines, and then we kind of voted far as the service for that.
So when an individual is like, okay, well, I think I'm going to call these folks and see if maybe I'm eligible for these services, what's their first step? Do they have to do some type of screening, or?
We actually wanted to eliminate some of the barriers that go along with that. So individuals actually don't even have to call us for an appointment. They actually go online and schedule their appointment there. We have the criteria listed there, and if they meet that criteria, when they come in, they just bring in proof of their income, and then they complete our in-office application.
Do you find that a lot of people appreciate that part? Whether they don't have to go through all those steps?
Yes, especially individuals that struggle with anxiety. So even that eliminates that barrier of them having to be worried about if there's a fear of being rejected because, of their situation, or just feeling like they aren't ready to even make that step by calling someone on the phone. But if you eliminate that and they can just do that online and then just know that they already have an appointment secured, they're more apt to come in versus having to talk to someone if they get a different tone and read more into that and they become discouraged from coming in for their appointment.
Oh, sure.
Absolutely.
I mean, it takes a lot of guts to decide that you're going to go talk to someone about your feelings, because, that's not something that men do all the time, and that kind of thing. And also, there's such a stigma associated with counseling.
Yes, it is. Still, even to this day, which is one of the reasons we also wanted to do this. We want to be innovators in helping reduce the stigma that's tied to mental health.
What do folks who are watching need to know about how to reach you?
Everything can be reached online for us.
Okay.
We try and make everything kind of conduce to the website, so then there's no confusion there. So individuals can donate online and schedule their appointments online. They can even watch any videos that we do via social media, and even this interview here.
Oh, fantastic. All right, well, that's the answer. Go online, get more information, and
What's the website?
well, yeah, what is your website?
Our website, because yes, it is a lengthy title, we have shortened it up, and so it's P2P Charities.org.
And that's P2, the number 2, or
Yes, the number 2.
pcharities.org.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, perfect. Well, you all seem like you're doing great work, and hopefully this is an organization that just continues to blossom, and I wish you lots of luck with fundraising, and thank you all for being here.
Thanks for having us.
Pieces to Peace Counseling Charities, Inc. is a 501c3 nonprofit organization providing low-cost mental health counseling. Services provide individual therapy, marriage and family therapy, and community education, reducing barriers by offering more accessible and affordable counseling to the economically disadvantaged. Started in 2018 to help provide accessibility counseling to all individuals. Their goal is to decrease the stigma associated with mental health. They want to be a part of society's solution, not the problem, helping sustain individuals, families, and communities. For more information, you can give them a call at 863-651-7969 or look them up on the web at www.pcharities.org.